This past July, you may have seen Five Rivers Metro Parks entered into an agreement with the United States Olympic Committee and U.S. Rowing to designate the newly formed Dayton Regional Rowing a Community Olympic Development Program. Dayton Regional Rowing is a partnership between Five Rivers Metro Parks, the Greater Dayton Rowing Association, and the Dayton Boat Club. This is the only U.S. Olympic Committee and U.S. Rowing sanctioned Community Olympic Development Program in the nation. This program was developed to help address the needs of progressing athletes from the beginning stages of development to the elite level. The goal for the program is to partner with national governing bodies and community groups to enhance high-quality intermediate sports programs for talented youth and maximize their potential in Olympic sports. On the screen, you will see my final race as a youth athlete. On June 13 through 15, 2014, U.S. Youth Rowing conducted its annual Youth National Championship in Rancho Cordova, California. This is junior rowing at its best.
And currently underway past 250 meters in. This is the sea-level final for the women's lightweight double. But right now, pretty easy to see, Miami Beach is out in front with a one-length lead over the rest of them, who are pretty tightly packed next to each other. So Miami Beach with the lead in that second place position. We're going to go over to lane 1. That is Artemis. Artemis, a fairly new club rowing on the Oakland Estuary in Oakland and drawing from all area public schools. In third, we'll move over to lane 5. That is Vashon Island. Vashon with a slight lead over our fourth place boat from River Rowing Club. In fifth, we'll go over to lane 3. That is Greater Dayton. And in sixth place, in the beautiful lavender unisuits, that is GMS Rowing, rowing out of lane 6. So GMS currently sitting in that sixth place position. They are bow to stern over our seventh place crew from Conestoga. This is the B entry from Conestoga, and they are the ones that are out in lane 8, but doing a really nice job staying within contact of all the other crews. In that 8th place position, it is St. Joseph's Academy rowing out of lane 7.
For 3 days, more than 1,500 athletes from the top youth programs in the country competed in the U.S. Rowing Youth National Championship. Let me share with you my road to competing in this prestigious event. At age 4, my grandfather enrolled me in the Recreation and Youth Services Learn to Swim program at Dabney Pool at the Northwest Recreation Center. And for the next several years, I progressed through their level 1 through 6 Learn to Swim program. At age 12, I joined the Recreation and Youth Services Dayton Dolphin swim team and swam with them for 2 years. In the 8th grade, I joined the Dayton Raiders, unquestionably one of the best swim teams in the nation. I swam with them for about a year. In 2011, Mr. Jim Wall, president of Greater Dayton Rowing, came to the priority board and asked for help identifying inner-city youth to participate in rowing by joining the Greater Dayton Rowing Youth Club located at Island Park. It seems for years they've been going to schools and trying to encourage our youth to participate in this wonderful sport with no results. One day at Stivers, I met Elizabeth, a coach for Greater Dayton Rowing. She was at the school with the boat and another athlete. I was very impressed with the boat and I thought it was very long. I immediately fell in love with it and couldn't wait to experience being in it. My grandfather took me to the boathouse there at Island Park, and after a few trial sessions as a freshman at Stivers, I joined the club. And for the next 4 years, I participated in the sport of rowing 6 days a week and competed in local regattas to prepare myself and crewmate for the 2014 National Championship. During high school swim season, I only went to practice 3 days a week and swam the other days, and I worked hard to prepare myself for my final race at Nationals in Sacramento, California. My teammate Madison Hyam and I qualified for the finals,
up
and I
front
would like
by
to share
about a
the
full
last
boat
moment
length,
of my
and it's
final
really a
race with
fight
you
right
at
behind
this
him with
time.
Artemis and Gray River Rowing GMS all in the mix. 8 boats are in this C final. Miami has a good view of the competition. Being there in lane 4, they can see both 3 boats battling in 1, 2, and 3 that are right there on their stern, and also glance over and see GMS Rowing in lane 6 and see that they are being challenged there. As a matter of fact, contact from GMS Rowing as they begin to gain some ground. But in the meantime, Greater Dayton has begun to put their bow into the picture, as is River Rowing and Artemis. Behind them, St. Joseph Academy and Conestoga, with Conestoga and the advantage in that match out in lane 8, furthest from the beach. Miami still in the lead here in the C final for the women lightweight doubles here at the 2014 U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships presented by Rancho Cordova Travel and Tourism. And Miami has been in the lead for a number of meters, but the other boats are beginning to make a move. And it is looking like GMS has begun to gain some ground on them. River Rowing beginning to make a move as well, but it is still Greater Dayton who has their bow in the mix pretty good. And in the meantime, Artemis, who had been holding on to second, has begun to drop back just a little bit. But right now, it is Greater Dayton and GMS who are going bow ball to bow ball. Greater Dayton on the move as the spectators begin to see the race move into the scene. 500, less than 500 meters to go here in the C final for the women's lightweight double. Have to see if Miami Beach can hold on to the lead. Can Dayton make up the ground over GMS? We'll have to see who has what left in their tank as they approach that finish line. GMS on the move. Miami making a move 20 meters from the finish line. Miami trying to hold on to win the C final. And it's going to be tight for second between Greater Dayton and GMS.
I finished my career placing second in the lightweight double C final, with the 12th fastest time in the nation, the best showing for Greater Dayton Rowing ever. As a result of my career with Greater Dayton Rowing, they offered me a position of assistant coach and I accepted. This honor distinguishes me as the youngest African American coach in U.S. Rowing, a national organization with thousands of rowers throughout the nation. Working with local churches and community organizations, I have teamed up with Recreation and Youth Services and Greater Dayton Rowing to encourage and mentor young students from our community to follow my path into swimming and ultimately rowing. Why rowing, you may ask? Because rowing is to women student athletes what football is to men when it comes to scholarships to major colleges and universities in our great nation. Because of a federal law referred to as Title IX, which says, if the college receives federal money, they must provide scholarship opportunities to the women on the same scale they do for the men. This law has resulted in thousands of young women student athletes receiving scholarships worth millions of dollars to major NCAA universities that they wouldn't have received were it not for this law. The question now is, has Title IX made a difference in the opportunities and lives of young women student athletes? For women, the road to college is clear, but in order to make the team, young athletes must start early. As a result of Title IX of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the sport of rowing offers the greatest chance for young women to obtain an athletic scholarship. To start a rowing club, however, is a very costly endeavor. So few kids throughout our great nation have had the avenue to connect to the rivers or lakes, but our community has been blessed with these resources. The Great Miami River and the Greater Dayton Rowing Association are available, yet since GDRA's conception, just a few children from our community have been enrolled in this sport. The NOS Priority Board has teamed up with other organizations in our community to teach selected young women how to swim and go on to learn to row, thus prompting physical fitness, increased school performances, and ultimately scholarship opportunities through good grades in sports for college. With the vision of my grandfather, Mr. Les Hamilton, and the support of the NOS Priority Board, a new program has recently been launched. This program, entitled Swim to Row, is designed to get young ladies certified through levels 1 through 5 of the City of Dayton's Recreation and Youth Services Learn to Swim program. The program is ongoing, and at this time, if you would like to know more about the progress of the program, please email swimtorow@yahoo.com and you will receive an update on where the program is at this time. My name is Destiny Hamilton. My church is New Zion Missionary Baptist Church. My pastor is Reverend T.C. Sampson II. I attend Sinclair Community College where I'm learning to make a difference.